freaks. It's Monday, April 20th, 2026. Coming up on the program today, when the Wendy's employee be sucking dick instead of making my biggie bag. Plus, the spiritual prophet who's literally street fighting evil warlocks with energy weapons. And teacher of the year by day, Slutty Bratty Leatherbottom by night. All coming up today.
Hi, this is Barry White. Please join me on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 8th, 9th, and 10th for the first fucking thing. I'm cutting a fucking spot, Tony. Jesus. Hi, this is Barry White, and Paul Quinn College cordially invite you to a weekend in Texas on Friday, Saturday, one more time. Saturday and Sunday. Shit. Hi, this is Barry White, and Paul Quinn College cordially invites you to a weekend in Texas on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 8th, 9th, and 10th. As the shit welcoming celebrities reception on Friday. Let's take it after the 8th, 9th, and 10th. Okay? Do it over, fuck it. This asshole fuck these words up, man. I mean, he's got words that he don't even need. All right, fuck this. I'm going to take it up to, concert, Love Unlimited Orchestra. That's where I'm going to stop at. So get your tickets now. Hi, this is Barry White, and Paul Quinn College and cordially invite your ass to come on down. Hi, this is Barry White, and Paul Quinn College cordially invites you to a beautiful weekend on Friday, Saturday, just a bitch. Oh, Lord Jesus. And the post-concert reception on Saturday. And a championship semi-finals. Fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna cut this shit off.
It's Distorted View Daily, sponsored by TV listener Anthony.
Don't get AIDS.
I'm going to touch the feces and masturbate with it.
My doctor wants to dilate my asshole to the size of a fucking coconut.
Wait a minute. Yes, Tim Ensign back here with you. Starting off a new week right with a sponsorship. That's what I like to see. Rodder Pay, tell us a little more.
Today's sponsor is DV listener Anthony, who says, is there any way I could sponsor the April 20th show? It's my wedding day, and we would love to have a DV-sponsored day. My partner introduced me to DV, and I immediately knew she was a keeper. Could we please have a Mead-focused episode? Or Jesse Lee Peterson, please?
So I'm a little unclear, because the email is worded, it's our wedding day. That leads me to believe that today, April 20th, 2026, you are off to get married. It's conceivable that you're actually on your way to the church where you will be wed while listening to this very show. Or do you mean that April 20th was just the day that you got married like a few years ago? I think these two are actually getting married today. Otherwise, they would have used the word anniversary, right? That is amazing. I'm also kind of pissed because, where the hell was my invite? Lost in the mail? I'm basically the reason you two are together. Look, I wasn't asked to be a part of the wedding or even invited as a special guest. I can get past that, as long as I can join you two on the honeymoon. I promise not to be weird. I'm not going to ask to, climb into bed with you two. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but you'll ask if you want me in there. I just want to go. I just want a nice trip, I'll keep to myself. I'm really just there for the amenities. Give me some sort of daily per diem on food. I'll be a happy camper. Come on, it's the least you can do. I love making people's special days all about me. In all honesty, though, Anthony, congratulations. Anthony didn't tell me the name of his bride, but she seems to have impeccable taste. That is how you spread the distortion. Now let's get working on having babies so, we can spawn the next generation of DV freaks. As for your request, unfortunately, Mead Skelton has not posted a new video for us to mock and ridicule. I mean, critique. That's okay, though, because Pastor Manning is going to pick up the slack. He's always got something to say, and ever since he lost that mayoral election, he's salty. He hates Donald Trump. He really hates the new mayor, Mamdani. I think in the clips I have to share with you today, he rails against both of them. Pastor Manning, go ahead and take it away, please.
Mamdani has learned how to pimp black people, which is not necessarily rocket science.
Okay, first of all, two things. One, now you're just recycling insults you used on Obama. Get some new material, dude. Second of all, I know you're black, but still, black people are so stupid, it's easy to pimp them out. I mean, that's pretty much what he said. I mean, know your audience, man. You're a black preacher for a church in Harlem. Your entire congregation is black.
Mondami has learned how to pimp black people, which is not necessarily rocket science. Mondami is talking about opening up a free government supermarket in La Marquette. Everybody, Lottie Dottie and everybody.
What?
Mondami is learning from Al Sharpton how to pimp black people. We got to stop this.
I wonder if he's going to pull the, I tried to stop this myself. No one voted for me. This is all your fault. This is black people's fault.
You got to listen to Pastor Manny. You got to get on board. You got to support me financially. You got to join me in a massive protest against Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton is teaching Mondami.
Why not protest Mondani, not Al Sharpton?
How to pimp black people. He's been doing it for years. He started with pimping Tawana Brawley.
Well, towards the end of this video, it all starts to make sense. Why Pastor Manning is so riled up.
And they're giving him a $5 million building to run his hellhole, his racism up here in Harlem and his pimping activities out of that, what used to be our church building. We got to stop Al Sharpton and we got to stop Mondami.
Yeah, Al Sharpton has taken Pastor Manning's old church building. The city's giving him $5 million for this project, and Manning is like, that should have been me. Now, I tried to verify Pastor Manning's claims here, and the only thing I could find was a link to Pastor Manning's Facebook page where he says, gentrifiers buy Pastor Manning's old church building for Al Sharpton. Looks like some dirty people washing dirty hands after ripping off black people in Harlem. Harsh words to the Mondani administration, although he's not happy with MAGA either.
MAGA, y'all have got to stop. Y'all have led America to become the laughing stock of the world because we're getting our butts kicked over there in Iran. I mean, the Iranians are whooping the living daylights out of us.
He blames Al Sharpton for the war. No, he does not blame Al Sharpton this time. He blames Trump for this Iranian war.
And the man should not be allowed. The man is sick. The man is diseased. You got to talk about that Kennedy boy with worms in his brain. Trump has got worms in his brain, too.
He's diseased. He goes on railing against the war for a while. My favorite part, though, is when he brings race into this. Specifically, he's happy he's black because no one's going to think black people had anything to do with this war.
We're allowing this man to make America look like we're Acra fool. I'm glad I ain't white. We got to listen. Black people got a chance of escaping. Black people got a chance when they go around the world to China, to Korea, to Europe. We can go with black people. We ain't had nothing to do with Trump. We black. We ain't had nothing to do with that white man Trump. We ain't got no damn blonde hair. We ain't had nothing to do. We ain't rich. We ain't had because Trump is making America look. The Iranians are whooping his butt like he was. And then he got Pete Hegseth.
Yeah, he talks about Pete Hegseth a little bit. He says some mean things about J.D. Vance. He's basically calling him retarded.
J.D. Vance he's got a mental condition. Somebody need to tell Trump that boy got a mental condition, and Marco Rubio is just another fool.
Soon enough, though, he gets back to the race stuff. Once again, thinking, God, he is black.
Look at our skin. Look at our skin. We ain't had nothing to do with what happened in America now. We black people, we didn't start none of this mess over there with them brown people in Iran. We didn't start none. We black people, that's white people in Iran.
I love when Pastor Manning gets so excited, he starts tripping over his words. We didn't start on it. We're black. And we got skin with the black and the people in the black and over the seas of the black. When white people, come on.
We black people, that's white people in Iran. Black America is still intact.
He turns into a madman.
Crazy as hell.
With an amazing laugh.
We ain't had nothing to do with this. We black people, we fought in the Civil War. Yeah, we did. We fought in World War II, World War I.
Black people want nothing to do with this Middle East shit, though.
MAGA, you dirt farmers, you raghead, you...
Never heard white people referred to as ragheads. I think he's getting a little confused here.
Handkerchief wearing, you...
Oh, MAGA puts handkerchiefs around their heads? Not really. Maybe around their... I don't know what he's saying. I think he's just kind of riffing.
F-150 Silverado Dodge Ram driver with the hound dog sitting on the front row. The front pew, the front bench. Y'all done got beat by a bunch of raghead Muslims.
Well, okay, while that is an offensive statement, at least he's using the term raghead correctly now, you know?
Y'all done got beat by a bunch of raghead Muslims. You MAGA boys done got your butts kicked. I mean, whooped good. Because y'all backing Trump. Your general is Trump. You MAGA boys ought to go dig a grave somewhere in the Delta, Mississippi, and bury yourself. Hell, bring all the black people to bury you white folk.
Okay. Pastor Manning is really reveling in this. I love Pastor Manning. I don't understand some of the things he says, though.
The MAGA white boys was giving Trump all that yeast and juice.
Like that. I don't understand that phrase. Giving them all your yeast and juice. Maybe it's a popular saying. I've never heard it, though.
Was giving Trump all that yeast and juice. Trump is a blonde-haired orangutan sicko fool.
All right. There's not many people Pastor Manning actually likes. Hates Al Sharpton, really dislikes Mamdani, and of course the orange fool orangutan Trump. And kind of all white people in that last clip, too. Anyway, that's what Pastor Manning is up to. I really wish he would have won that election for mayor. It would have been so fun for this podcast. All right, let's move on. Speaking of pastors and religious folks, do you remember a while ago, I used to feature someone by the name of Katie Souza. She talked like this. First time we ever played her, I think, she was upset because I traveled to Tennessee and I was horrified by what I saw in that state. They erected huge satanic temples to worship mythological demons. And it's like, when you do a little bit of research, what she's talking about is for a World's Fair, they built a replica of like the Parthenon or something, you know, like some Greek structure. It was just to promote this World's Fair. They weren't like holding seances and trying to, I don't know, summon Zeus or something. I don't know what she's thinking, but she's like, demonic altars are everywhere. You gotta be on the lookout. They'll jump out at you. What the fuck are you talking about, Katie Souza? Well, my queen, after a bit of an absence, is back. Yes, I need more Katie Souza in my life. This is a relatively short clip, but that's okay because she's back on that bullshit of hers that I love. What say you, Katie Souza?
One time I fought with a warlock who astral projected as a light being into the room I was in, and I physically fought with him. It was a knife fight.
That happens to be my preferred weapon of choice. Down and dirty, no holds barred, ghetto-ass knife fights. I'm sorry, Katie. Let me just see if I understand what's happening here. A warlock, basically a male witch or sorcerer, practitioner of dark magic. He appears in a puff of smoke and, for whatever reason, challenges you to a duel. And his weapon of choice is a knife. I have never once in my life saw a warlock portrayed in a book or movie or TV, whatever. I've never seen him fight with a knife. Why would a warlock do that? He's got spells, right? He can, like, cast fireballs and lightning bolts. Shit, that is way more powerful, honestly, than a knife. A knife, you got to get real close to your opponent to slice him. It just seems weird. When this warlock appeared, did he have a wand or a cane or a staff or something? It's weird that he would have a staff in one hand and then a knife in another. He's like, I'm going to cut you, bitch. Yeah, I could shoot a whirlwind of icicles right at your face or make it rain down fire. But I think I'd get more satisfaction slitting your fucking throat with this knife, you stupid bitch. Like, what did Katie Souza do to the warlock to get him so angry? He literally wants to feel the knife slicing into your flesh. That's the only way he's going to get some satisfaction out of this fight. A knife fight with a warlock. The moment you start to dissect what Katie Souza is saying here, he realizes this couldn't have happened.
Projected as a light being into the room I was in, and I physically fought with him. It was a knife fight. He had this crooked blade like this. It was actually made of light. This is so light.
Okay, well, at least it was a light knife. There's something magical going on here.
How do you even explain these things? And I actually snagged it from him and buried it in his chest and said, Dominion, Dominion, Dominion.
I don't think you could wield a light knife. How did you wrangle the knife from him? He obviously didn't give it up willingly. Like, before you grabbed the light knife from him, what were you armed with? You had to be fighting him with something in order to get him to drop the light knife. You know what I mean? Again, any amount of scrutiny or examination of this encounter, the whole thing just falls apart.
And I actually snagged it from him and buried it in his chest and said, Dominion, Dominion, Dominion.
Honestly, I don't think you had to scream Dominion over and over. The light knife through his chest would probably be enough to kill him.
And he popped out. There was actually witches that were flying around the house that were setting up a perimeter or a grid for him to be able to do that.
Oh my God.
And when I woke up in the morning, I had physical bruises all over my body. So this was not just a fight in the spirit.
Wow.
This stuff is real.
Well, that was a very convincing story. I don't know who she's having a conversation with, but I don't think he buys her bullshit. The way he said wow is like disinterested, disbelieving, a little bored.
Wow.
It's like when your friend starts talking about their new audio setup in their house. Guess who got Dolby Atmos, motherfucker?
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet. I got this great deal on a sound system. It wasn't supposed to include the subwoofer. It was going to be $5,000, but I talked him down to $3,000 and he threw in the subwoofer.
Wow.
Yeah, and this thing sounds amazing. This is like a sound system movie theaters use.
Wow.
And it took like half a day to wire it in my house in the living room. Complete surround sound, 4 speakers in the back, another 2, and then of course the subwoofer in the front. I actually had a contractor friend come over and he put the speakers in the wall.
Wow.
I got rid of my television and got a projector system just because I thought, well, I got the sound. Now I need the whole movie experience. I got on Facebook Marketplace. Some guy about like 300 miles away was selling the exact model projector system I wanted. He wanted fucking $8,000.
Wow.
I said, dude, you've had this on Facebook Marketplace for 2 weeks. No one's biting. How about this? I give you $1,000 and I'll throw in a snowblower because I got this extra snowblower. It was like some neighbor next door was throwing it away. I don't even know if it works.
Wow.
And the motherfucker said, yeah, come get it. And I was like, no, why don't you come to me? Bring all your shit and we'll make the trade. And that stupid son of a bitch actually did.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet. Anyway, what did you freaks do this weekend? Lounge around, watch some cartoons, do some light yard work? Katie Souza was battling warlocks with light daggers. She's operating on a whole other level. All right, moving on now. I've got some great police body cam footage. This takes place at a Wendy's, which I don't know if you guys have been in a Wendy's recently, but it's a very dangerous place. It's like a war zone. I don't know what the hell happened to Wendy's in the past few years, but it's scary. I'm surprised we haven't featured more police content from this particular establishment. Anyway, a woman is upset over her biggie bag.
Hello?
Ashley, what's going on?
What's up? I'm trying to get my fucking biggie bag. He fucking tweaking. He's sucking dick. No, what about my fucking biggie bag? No, he doing that. He is doing that. Genuinely. Look.
He's genuinely sucking dick. I cannot see what the employee is doing back there. I do see that there are other employees around, so he's probably not getting his dick sucked or sucking dick. There's some level of hyperbole here.
Look, he's sucking the shit.
You're in here causing a scene.
Look, okay, I'm causing. Bitch, he took my drink. I paid for that. I paid for that.
No, you didn't.
Can I have to go? What's up? Where's my bag I paid for? I paid for a nugget, a sandwich.
Did she pay for anything?
No. I did. No, bro, where's my shit? It's in that car.
Okay, go get the receipt.
Okay, cool.
I had to double check and make sure that this was real. I thought maybe this was a sketch or something, because who the fuck acts like that? Come to find out, she may have not even paid for her biggie bag. She says she's going to provide the receipt. I have a hard time believing that that's going to happen, though.
Wait. If she comes back with the receipt, I'll give her whatever's on the receipt.
Can I walk in the receipt? Did you come to the drive-thru or what? Yeah. No, I came to the drive-thru and I parked and I came inside. So can I get the receipt and can I get my food for I'm supposed to pay for?
It's strange behavior to go through the drive-thru and then also go into the lobby to get your food. The whole point of the drive-thru really is to drive on through. Anyway, police take her outside to get to the bottom of this story. Good luck with that.
I'm not doing too much. I'm not trying to do too much and trigger y'all. Like, let me know. The car's done.
Who's in the car with you?
Nobody.
What are we doing here?
I think we're all asking ourselves that very same question.
Did you went through the drive-thru, you got a receipt?
You said stop right here.
I'm asking you a question.
That's why we're stopped right here. Okay. You said stop right here.
I can't figure out if it's drugs or alcohol that's making her this way.
So you drove here to get Wendy's?
Nobody's driving through the drive-thru alone.
You drove through the drive-thru alone?
Nobody said that.
Can we rewind 5 seconds?
Driving through the drive-thru alone.
Yeah, it's exactly what she said.
The Wendy's called the police on y'all. Wendy's said this bitch is tweaking in the drive-thru, right? That's what they said.
I'm inclined to believe the Wendy's bitch. Certainly sounds like that's what's going on here.
I'm saying, how'd you get over here? Is anybody else with you? How did you get to Wendy's?
No, I didn't get over here with nobody.
You came here yourself?
No, I didn't come.
You don't just appear here, so...
Yeah, I just fucking appeared here.
Yeah, she astral projected. Let me ask you this. Do you have any weapons like light knives that we need to be made aware of? Katie Souza, I hope you're on standby. You might have to take down this bitch. Look, if you can handle a warlock, you can handle an overweight drunk white chick. The cops keep saying, look, show us the receipt that you purchased something. And now her story is the receipt was stolen, probably by the cops.
Nobody was at your car?
No, nobody was on my car? Are you fucking retarded? 3 motherfuckers was just at my car. Are you dumb as fuck? Are you fucking retarded? 3 motherfuckers was just in my car. Are you slow?
For those of you that don't live here in the United States or don't frequent Wendy's, the biggie bag is like $4. It's one of the cheapest meals you can get. So all of this is over a couple of singles.
Oh, that just happened, though. So, like, what are you hired to do? Watch what the happened?
I didn't see 3 people at your car, no.
You didn't?
No. So explain to me from the beginning, before we got here.
No, before shit. Like, after you showed the fuck up, motherfuckers, 3 motherfuckers went up to that car. You didn't peep that? You didn't see that? You're fucking slow.
I don't know how we're only 3 minutes into this 17-minute video. When she talks, it's like time slows down. She is like audio Xanax.
Bitch, I didn't drive that car. So I don't give a
already stated that you did.
No, I didn't.
You did, though. You stated that you drove through the drive-thru and you didn't get the right food.
I have a fucking license. I haven't been driving for 2 weeks.
So that's a confession of sorts. You got to the Wendy's somehow, you know?
I don't know who's behind me. Some fucking goofy fat ass.
That's a lot of our police officers. You're going to have to be a little more descriptive. People talked to some witnesses. I'm not sure if these were Wendy's employees or not, but they said, yeah, we saw her driving erratically. We thought she was going to take her fucking truck out. Run it into something.
Really? Yeah. Where was she driving?
Well, she was right here, and then she's going crazy, honking her horn crazy. Laying on it. Just laying on it. Stop, then do it again, then do it again.
She wanted her goddamn biggie bag. Come on.
And then she's looking around, then did again, and then took off going around the parking lot.
I bet you she just imagined she ordered a biggie bag. Never really went through with the purchase, and now she's pissed off. The guy who took her order also gave a statement. He took the order. She said, hold on, I can't find my money. Took about 5 or 10 minutes looking for her money, and then she just started laying on her horn. Like, she forgot that she didn't pay or something. So the guy said she was slurring her words, kind of seemed inebriated.
Fields, you didn't pull me over. I'm not doing a field for you.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do a field sobriety test.
I'm not doing a field for you.
So you're not going to comply with field sobriety test?
Yeah. No, take me to jail. I'm not conforming to...
Your wish is our command, m'lady. She says, take me to fucking jail then, as you heard, and but then she tries to leave.
Not free to leave. You are detained right now.
95.
You're under arrest for DUI.
Put your hands around your back. Get on the ground. Get out the ground.
I don't know how there's 10 minutes left in this video. Like, what else could happen?
You're an alcoholic. You're under arrest for aggravated DUI and resisting.
I have a feeling that this isn't like the first time the cops have dealt with Ashley. Ashley. All right, they're escorting her to a car.
Yeah, you should do that.
Fat bitch.
Grab my hand. No.
Not making any friends with the police officers, calling them fat bitches, which is weird coming from her jiggly jowls. Take a look at the featured image over there at DistortedView.com and SuperFreakSacha.com. This is Ashley, our biggie bag princess. Biggie in every sense of the word.
I'll talk whenever I feel like it. How's that sound?
How about you shut the up, fat ass, dumb ass?
You need to sit in jail for a while. You're a danger to the community. Stop.
I thought we would get some good police cruiser audio out of her, and they're in the back of the car. That's when they get real mouthy. But the video cuts, and the next thing you know, she's already in prison or, in the police station, and the cops are reading her charges and stuff.
Death to another. Your driving privileges will be revoked for a minimum of 12 months. Personal injury means type A injury that requires immediate professional attention in a doctor's office or medical facility, including severely bleeding wounds, distorted extremities, and injuries that require the entire injured.
I don't know why she cares. She even said that she's currently not allowed to drive. It didn't stop her from going to Wendy's. So she should be like, big fucking deal. Go ahead. Revoke my license for a couple of years. I do what I want.
Third party
no, seriously,
to be carried from the scene.
God, I had a 4-year suspension. Are you serious?
If you submit...
Yeah, she already has a 4-year suspension. What's another 12 months? No biggie.
A chemical test disclosing an alcohol content.
Let me fast forward a bit here. She gets tired of just, waiting around, having shit read to her. She just wants to go. She wants to go to jail.
How about this? How about we go to jail in 1 minute? That cool with you? I'll talk
no,
to
we're
him.
not. It's not going to take fucking 1 minute because he's filling out fucking paperwork.
I'll try to explain.
Idiot.
How about that?
New bitch. He's not fucking taking 1 fucking minute. Idiot. New ass, goofy ass bitch.
Yeah, the rest of the video is pretty much just, it's that. More of that. She was charged with DUI, obstructing justice, disorderly conduct, and driving with a suspended license. Poor thing never did get her biggie bag. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist of the fucked up news right now. You guys know I've been doing this show since 2004. And because of you, I'm able to say that this is my full-time job, which is crazy. Thank you so much to everyone who supports the show. Best way to help us out, become a member of the Sideshow. That is DV's member site, where you gain access to all of the exclusive shows we do. Typically 2 times a week, I do full-length episodes for DV. Tomorrow will be a full-length Sideshow exclusive episode. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Go to DistortedView.com right now. If you like the program, please prove it and help ensure that this continues on for a long, long time. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. Memberships are very inexpensive. $8.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. When you sign up, you get a personalized podcast feed that you can plug into whatever podcast app you use, except for Spotify, because Spotify doesn't let you add your own podcast feeds in. So if you use Spotify to listen to DV, the way you get the exclusive shows is by signing up inside of the Spotify app. Just search for Distorted View, and you'll see a link to sign up. It's pretty instantaneous. Once you sign up, you'll see all the exclusive shows appear alongside the free episodes. Other ways to support the show. We've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/DistortedView. Pledge $5 and get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And you can sponsor an episode of DV, just like our groom-to-be, Anthony. At least I think he's getting married today. It may have happened a year ago, 5 years ago. Who the fuck knows? At some point on April 20th, either of this year or a previous year, Anthony got married, and today he sponsored an episode of DV. You can do the same. Just PayPal me $25 to show@distortedview.com. That's my PayPal address. It's also my email address. So, yeah, very easy to sponsor an episode of DV. Make sure to email me and let me know how you'd like to sponsor the show. Anthony let me know that on April 20th of some year, he is or was married, and that's why he wanted to sponsor the show. And then he wanted to hear some Jesse Lee Peterson. Boom! Wish granted. No problem. I aim to accommodate. Maybe you just want to get a message out, dedicate the show to someone, what have you. Whatever you want. I will try to help you out. Sponsor a show by pledging $25 to show@distortedview.com. Okay, 3 very quick stories now. First up, let me pose a question to you freaks. Do you think it's okay for leather daddies to be high school teachers? Now, keep in mind, they're keeping their leather daddy activities to after school hours, and it's not happening in the school. It's not like a club that this teacher is starting, not like a student-teacher BDSM association. This is something he does on his own time. It's just a fun thing. Is that okay, or should he not be allowed to teach? That's the question I pose to you, and that's the question Grove City, Minnesota is dealing with. A Minnesota teacher who had been selected as a finalist for a statewide Teacher of the Year honor has withdrawn from the competition after explicit images from a past performance surfaced online. Thomas Rosengren, a 6th grade... not a high school teacher, he's an elementary school teacher. A 6th grade social studies and earth science instructor in the Atwater Cosmos Grove City School District had been among 11 finalists for the 2026 award organized by Education Minnesota. The group confirmed Monday that Rosengren is no longer under consideration, updating its official finalist listing to reflect his withdrawal. The development followed reports highlighting publicly available photographs from a 2019 event known as the Mr. Minneapolis Eagle Contest. Yeah, just about every large city has a gay bar named the Eagle, and they're all leather bars. Anyway, so that's Mr. Minneapolis Eagle, in which Rosengren participated in a performance involving sexually suggestive themes and attire. Some of the images were later circulated online, drawing scrutiny after his selection as a finalist. In one image, Rosengren can be seen wearing a cowboy hat. Okay. As he held up a sign that read, "It's feeding time on the farm. Cowboy Tommy is feeding the 6 piglets and bull." I don't know how explicit that is. Like, it's weird. Other photos showed 2 men removing Rosengren's shirt, revealing leather bondage straps, and licking his neck. Rosengren was even seen in the images simulating group oral and anal sex. Have you guys seen that TikTok trend where school kids will fold up a piece of paper and have their teacher unfold it and sign it? They're like, "Hey, Mrs. Johnson, can you sign this for me?" And when the teacher unfolds the paper, it includes a photo of them from when they were younger, like found on social media, like on an old MySpace profile or deep within their Facebook archives. And it's these teachers when they were like 19, going through their emo phase or super awkward, and the teachers all like flip out. They're like, "Oh my God, where did you find this?" The kids in Dr. Rosengren's class could have so much fun with that little social media trend. Similar images were reportedly shared on Rosengren's Facebook page, which have since been wiped. Rosengren was named Mr. Minneapolis Eagle 2019, according to the Leather Journal. Why don't I have a subscription to that publication? They described the teacher as a boy of service who had been collared as a bratty boy since 2016. He had already been working at the school at the time of the 2019 Leatherman competition. I guess he joined the school district back in 2016. In addition to being the social studies and earth science teacher, he was also the theater director, that checks out, and also coach of the boys' junior high baseball team. Well, because of this little uproar, the poor teacher is no longer in the running for Teacher of the Year. Also, according to the superintendent, Rosengren is no longer employed at the district. So I don't know if you can turn being a leatherman into a career. He is a boy of service. You're going to have to do some servicing to make ends meet, I think. Second story we have for you today, this one comes from California. 3 Southern California residents were sentenced after prosecutors say they carried out an unusual insurance fraud scheme by dressing up like a bear, attacking luxury vehicles as the bear, and then filing claims for the damages. Take a look at the chapter artwork and you can see some of the bear costume. These guys were actually kind of smart because they knew the cameras that are outside that could potentially catch the bear attacks are very low quality, right? And if you just dress up like a bear in a bear costume, as long as it's a decent bear costume, you know, it's kind of convincing. Until I guess it wasn't, because they were busted for doing this. They should have spent a little more money on that bear costume, I guess. The conviction stemmed from what California investigators dubbed Operation Bear Claw, a case that began after an insurer flagged a suspicious claim tied to a January 28, 2024 incident in the Lake Arrowhead area. Investigators said the group told an insurance company that a bear climbed into a 2010 Rolls-Royce Ghost and clawed the interior, then submitted video they said supported their claim. Detectives later determined the animal in the footage was actually a person wearing a bear suit. Authorities said the investigation widened and uncovered 2 more claims. There was a rash of bear attacks. Bears, for some reason, were only targeting luxury cars. That's where these guys went wrong. They could have picked a couple shitty vehicles, too, like a VW Bug or something. When you only go after luxury cars, that's suspicious. Authorities said the investigation widened and uncovered 2 more claims submitted to separate insurers involving the same date and location. Those claims involved a 2015 Mercedes G63 AMG and a 2022 Mercedes E350. A biologist with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife reviewed the footage and concluded that's no bear. The supposed bear was clearly a human in a bear costume, according to investigators. Detectives later served a search warrant and recovered the bear suit from a residence tied to the suspects. State officials said the fraudulent claims produced losses totaling $141,839. According to the California Department of Insurance, Alfia Zuckerman, 39, of Valley Village, and Ruben Tamrazian, 26, of Glendale, each pled no contest to felony insurance fraud for injuring or destroying insured property. Vay Murakadakian, 32, of Glendale, pled no contest to felony insurance fraud for presenting a false insurance claim. All 3 were sentenced to 180 days in jail through a weekend jail program and placed on 2 years of supervised probation. Zuckerman was ordered to pay about $55,000 in restitution. Tamrazian was ordered to pay $52,000, and Muradakardakern is still to be determined. A 4th defendant, oh my God, these names. Cherkinian. Well, I thought Trump was gonna deport all these people with hard to pronounce names. That's who ICE should be targeting. Come on, help me out. Anyway, he's scheduled to return to court in September for a preliminary hearing. The California Department of Insurance said the case was investigated with help from the Glendale Police Department and the California Highway Patrol. Chips. The San Bernardino County District's Attorney Office is handling the prosecution. So there you go. And finally today, freaks, this is a short one from my neck of the woods. Police in an Ohio suburb responding to a welfare check for a 91-year-old woman found her safe at home. Oh, sorry. Do I sound disappointed? 'Cause I am. That's not how these stories typically go. Where's the elderly abuse? Or elderly abduction, or elderly murder, or forcing the elderly person into a weird, disgusting prostitution sex ring? I mean, come on, where's the DV angle here? Give me something. She's okay? She's safe? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. She was apparently just engrossed in a mobile video game, and she was just ignoring everyone around her. First of all, we've all been there. I can't tell you how many times I've been engrossed in a particularly raunchy bout of Lesbian Simulator. It's my new favorite. Game of the Year 2026, baby. I'm calling it now. Dike out with your meta quest. If you don't know what I'm talking about, someone didn't listen to Friday's episode of DV. Shame, shame, shame on you. Anyway, Granny was engrossed in a mobile video game and unaware of the commotion. Officers in Westlake were dispatched on April 9th after the city's automated Confirm OK system, which monitors residents who live alone, flagged that the woman had not answered its scheduled call. The system triggered a series of follow-ups beginning shortly after 6 p.m., Bitch ignored all of those as well. When attempts to reach the woman directly failed, dispatchers contacted her daughter, who said her mom was likely at home. Officers arrived minutes later, but received no response at the door. Neighbors reported no unusual activity. The woman's car remained parked in the garage. So, what was everyone supposed to think? Obviously, she's dead, rotting in her bed or something. Maybe she fell down the stairs. Maybe she collapsed near her toilet. I mean, it's all very plausible. Nothing drives me more crazy than when I call my mom and she doesn't answer. And then I call again and she doesn't answer. And then, I start to freak out. I message my sister. I'm like, have you talked to mom today? 2 days later, mom calls me and she's like, oh, yeah. Sorry, I missed your call. I was making a BLT. And I'm like, well, what the hell else have you been doing since then? Why didn't you call me right back after? I understand if you're in the middle of making food or something, but eat it and then call me. Bad things happen sometimes to old people. It's happened to you. Anyway, concerned for her safety, officers obtained a garage access code from family members and entered the home at around 6:28 p.m. After briefly searching the residence, they located the woman in a bedroom roughly a minute later. She's playing video games, an officer told dispatch. Authorities said the woman was unharmed and had been focused on a bubble pop style game. Not even a particularly interesting or engrossing game. A fucking bubble pop game. Apparently, I don't know what I was expecting. Grandma playing Call of Duty or something. Apparently unaware that officers had entered her house and called out to her. She was just shut off to the outside world. She was really focused on that goddamn game. All right, she later apologized for the alarm. Police spokesman Captain Gerald Vogel said officers were unable to identify the specific game. We all want to play it, describing it only as a casual mobile puzzle. It was probably Candy Crush. The incident drew attention online and from media outlets, though the woman has not publicly commented. Officials said the welfare check system functioned as intended. The voluntary program, formerly known as Are You Okay? This is a much better name. Confirm OK, even though it's a little more robotic, a little more impersonal. It's better than Are You Okay? Ha! The system known as use the Are You Okay system. Anyway, the voluntary program, I don't like that name. The voluntary program, formerly known as Are You Okay, is operated by the department to help monitor elderly residents and others living alone. According to dispatch records, the entire response from the initial missed check-in to officers confirming the woman's safety lasted about 20 minutes. Glad that lady's okay. And I hope those police officers didn't ruin this woman's winning streak. I could easily see her getting frazzled because the cops came in, she gets distracted, and then boom, her bubble pop game is over. Lost out on that high score. Pissed me right the fuck off. She's trying to get on the leaderboards before she dies, for Christ's sakes. All right, that, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Once again, got to say thank you so much to today's sponsor, DV listener Anthony. Happy either wedding day or anniversary, depending on how long you've been married. Still a little unclear on that, but it's a happy day nonetheless. Let's check in with a few freaks on the For Harry Cunt text line. For Harry Cunt, for Harry Cunt, text for Harry Cunt. All right, I'm going to read just a few. Okay, you know what? First of all, I've got to shame a listener here. Take a look at the chapter artwork right now. You can see a disgusting photo that was sent to me. Shame on you. This is either a hate crime or this person can be charged with one of those weird sending porn laws, where you're not allowed to text people unwanted dick pics. This sick fuck took a picture of their quote gross foot skin. Now, I already have issues with feet. I don't need any more reason to be fucking skeeved out by these things. Wow, you've got some weird... I don't know what the hell is going on here. It's really crusty. It looks moldy, in my opinion. Like, you need some tough actin, tenactin, some intervention by Dr. Scholl's, or like a cheese grater or something. Like, you just need to just peel all that away. Anyway, that person also, they come from the 623 area code. All right. If you send me another disgusting foot pic, I'm going to announce the next 3 numbers in your real phone number. You know? That's how we're going to play this. I will dox you. All right, I'm just kidding. Please remind me where the "We're Going to Texas" sound clip originated. Well, you don't deserve an answer after sending that, but I will tell you anyway. How's Your News was a documentary, and it involved special people, mentally disabled, producing their own news show. I think they traveled across the country. They talked to famous people and people in the news. After the documentary, MTV aired a How's Your News series, which was produced by the South Park guys, Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Another producer on the show was the dude who did Wonder Shows in. So, A-listers, in my opinion. Awesome team working on that show. They made 6 episodes and then MTV canceled it. But I think they did another movie or a couple movies. One of them has to do with some election. I think maybe 2012 election. Was there an election in 2012? Probably. Anyway, they had a theme song. Hey, how's your news? Would you like to hear a tune? Would you like to make your blues go away? Or something like that. I don't have this song anymore. I have just a little clip of it. Here we go. And 2, 3, 4. I love how high she gets up there. Was I right with the lyrics? Would you like to sing Oh, that's it. Yeah. Would you like to sing a tune? Anyway, in the documentary, they go to a bunch of different states, including Texas, which is why they sing the song, "We're going to Texas." They also sing a song for California. I'm sure there are clips of this show on YouTube. Check it out. All right, moving on. Oh, on Saturday, someone messaged from the 253 area code. It's my first time in Ohio. Just landed at the Cincinnati airport, which, interestingly enough, is not in Cincinnati. That's how fucking backwards we are here. I believe the Cincinnati airport is actually across the river in Kentucky. So you're not really in Cincinnati. Only here for a few days for a work thing. Is that why you don't want to hang out with me? Nice excuse, dude. My hotel is across from a Skyline Chili and a Waffle House. Since I'm from Seattle and have never had either, which one should I absolutely not miss? Well, if you want the true Cincinnati experience, the answer is simple. It's Skyline Chili. Waffle House is great, don't get me wrong, but Waffle House can be found in many, many, many states. It wasn't like started in Ohio or we didn't give birth to that. We did give birth to Skyline Chili. Now, I'm not saying you're going to like it. I'm saying if you want the Cincinnati experience, you got to go with Skyline. Here's what you need to do. Obviously, you should get the 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, whatever. It's like the spaghetti and the chili. It's going to make you fucking vomit. You will gag it down. Let me know if you like it. Some people really like it on their first attempt at eating it. Sometimes, like for me, for instance, I didn't really care for Skyline. It was forced upon me. I just ended up eating there enough over the years that I've acquired a taste for Skyline. That being said, I don't really do the spaghetti, the 5-way or whatever. I am a big fan of the Conies because they pile those motherfuckers up with cheese, and everything tastes great with cheese. So no matter what you get, if you get a 3-way or 4, whatever, also get at least one Coney and make sure to get it, with the cheese and the onions and all that. Would love to hear your thoughts on Skyline afterwards. There's also a competing chain here. There's Skyline Chili, and then there's also Gold Star, which has a different taste. This is a big debate in Cincinnati, what's best. Skyline is the most popular, though. The last message I will read today, because we've got to move on. Lord Douche and I are going to some place called Trader's World. And by the sounds of it, it's as big as a city, and it's just a giant flea market. You know why we're going. we're still on a mission, a mug mission. Someone in that godforsaken trader's world has got to have a glass mug that Lord Douche will like. Anyway, 419 writes in, I got my wife one of these smart mugs for Christmas 2 years ago, and she uses it every day. A bit pricier than what I paid, but it was a total hit. Lord Douche might like one. Actually, he calls him Lord Douchebag. Lord Douchebag, B-A-G-G-E, Baget. Lord Douche Baget might like one, question mark? Do me a favor, freaks. Don't try to guess what Lord Douche might like. You don't know him like I do. And I don't know what he likes. I've been with him for like 16 years, and I still have no idea what he likes. It's a big question mark. Like when I say something like, would you like X? Right? Maybe I've got like a bag of peanut M&Ms or something, and I'm like going to share it with him. I honestly don't know if he's going to be like, yeah, I'll take a handful, or be like, what the fuck? Why would you even offer that shit to me? That's disgusting. I don't know. There's a million reasons why it could go awry. Like he just read something that M&Ms contain an ingredient that causes ball cancer or something. Like, who knows? So, okay, this is one of those Ember. You know, I feel like maybe he has said something about those Ember mugs, but the thing, I don't know. I will run this past him. Ember, so it's like one of these smart mugs, and it sits on this coaster that continually heats the mug, right? So one of the things that Lord Douche is saying is that one of the reasons why he likes the glass mug is because of the length of time that the tea stays warm. I think it stays warm longer than in a ceramic mug. And this would definitely fix that problem, because it'll constantly be running, right? It'll constantly be getting warm. Now, there are other variables, right? He might not like any of the colors. He might have a problem with whatever substance these cups are made out of. He might not like the fact that it has to be plugged in. He's certainly not going to like the cost. That's for fucking sure. It's $119. That's the cheapest one. Lord Douche gets mad when I suggest a mug that's over $10. You think this is going to go well? No. But I'll let you know what he says. We've talked about Embers before because I think they sell them at Costco. And, you know, we're a big Costco family here. So we've run across these things before. But again, I will let you know what he says because honestly, I'm kind of curious myself now. I could go either way. I've got many more text messages to read. You guys have been great sending messages to 4HarryCunt. Also, a lot of messages that contain links. I'm looking at them all. Thank you so much for all the suggestions for content. Keep them coming. Right now, though, let's check in with some voicemails. Many ways to contact the show. Our standard voicemail that everyone can use is 206-666-4463. I'm going to focus on our Patreon line because I've got a lot of those calls coming in, and I got to catch up here.
Hi, this is Sebastian of the Eggcast, the most popular Eggcast that's been around for years. And
Oh, that's right. Oh, is this a competing Eggcast? I told you guys I was going to start my very own egg-based podcast.
I want to tell you and your big podcast, you better stop talking about the eggs.
I know. I'm treading on your territory.
Traffic from my Eggcast podcast. You better stop it.
Oh my God, we should call it the Poached Cast, right? That's a good name for it.
I'm gonna sue your ass.
The more I think about it, the more I really am going to start a egg podcast.
Hey, Juggo, Tim,
Juggo.
Asshole. Call it Robert Faggot. Nice, like saying that. I'm not Robert Faggot.
That actually sounds like when Chuck Woolery says Robert Faggot. You can just tell he hates gay people, by the way. First of all, Love Connection was a game show in the late 80s, early 90s, so no one liked gay people.
Call it Robert Faggot.
Robert Faggot. You can just tell them by the way he pronounced that last name.
Nice, like saying that.
Even though the guy wasn't gay, he just had the name Faggot. That's how Chuck Woolery pronounces faggot when he calls someone a faggot.
Robert Faggot.
Faggot.
Nice, like saying that. I'm not Robert Faggot.
Please welcome Robert Faggot. Robert Faggot. I'm trying to say it. Robert Faggot, right? He really hits that hard.
Hey, I have
Robert
ADHD
Faggot.
and
Robert Faggot. Robert Faggot.
I don't know if you know or anybody have anybody that in your life that has ADHD.
I live with someone who has ADHD, I think.
I have it, and it fucking sucks. I'm only mentioning because I just had a weird problem, and it happens quite a lot with ADHD. It's like you are the world's best magician, but you're great at hiding things only from yourself. And it's so fucking
I need an explanation. What does that mean?
Annoying.
Hiding from yourself?
Like, literally, I just had a pen in my hand, and I couldn't find the cap for like 5 minutes. It was just, like, goddamn right there.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I might have a touch of ADHD.
It's so fucking annoying.
And then you're focused on, like, finding it, right? You're like, what the fuck? I had the cap to this pen. And then, like, it's the most important thing that you find this cap.
I'm taking, like, pills to help and shit, and it's like, I don't know, man. I just had to bitch. It's,
Look, if you need a pen cap, I will send you some pen caps.
It's really fucking annoying.
It's the least I could do for you guys helping me with this mug situation.
The show's amazing, so...
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. For someone that has ADHD, is Distorted View a good podcast? You know what I mean? Like, if you've got a short attention span or whatever, you know, however your ADHD manifests itself, does it work? Does this podcast work well with your disorder? I guess I don't even know what I'm really asking here.
I think he's aphasian. I think that's how I say it. Anyway.
I think he's aphasian. Oh, yeah.
My working title. I can't remember when I sent the message before, but please play it, and then play this one later on a different day. Just real quick, there is an AI chatbot out there. Don't ask me how I know. I think you already know. Called Who You Are. DREAM.ai. That is about as close as you're going to get to being able to whip your dick out in front of it.
Okay, what did you say? Did you say it was Dream? It's Dream.ai?
I haven't actually explored if they have a camera or upload picture option. I know they have a
You have to mess around with that.
image option, and you can customize the fuck out of it.
Ooh. Yeah, if I got that wrong, by the way, if it's not Dream AI, someone like message in, maybe like use the For Harry Cunt line. Let me know exactly what it is.
I've gone everywhere from, weird, creepy tentacle demons to straight on making RPGs in the platform. So that's probably
sounds very useful. And if it's totally uncensored, maybe we can get it to write some good Sextastic Tuesday stories.
Hey, Tim. Dank Tim here.
Dank Tim.
I was just wondering. I know you've tried weed a few times, but and you might have answered this in the past, but do you have a preferred strain or?
Oh no, I don't even remember what I had. Like a lot of times, like I was living with my friend like Juan, and Juan would be like, "Hey." Because he was like a server at like a restaurant, and they have connections, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy some weed. Do you want some?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Buy me, X amount of, give him money," and he'd just present it.
Or indica?
I don't know. I actually don't know the difference. Like, is one like more mellows you out, and the other one makes you see, and taste colors and shit?
Or do you prefer edibles over, smoke?
No, honestly, I've never done an edible. Maybe once I did an edible, but most of the time I just smoked out of a pipe.
I don't know. I just was kind of out here enjoying.
I had a little glass pipe.
Smoke myself and wanted to know.
Maybe it was meth I was doing. Meth is what I liked. Yes.
Anyways, you have a great night.
Not sativa or indica. It was crystal. All right. Let's do one more here.
Timmy Boo, it's DJC calling from the Tesla of obesity. Just calling. I'm way behind on shows, but you're talking about me getting Ozempic. And if that motherfucker got Ozempic, I am going to be pissed. I tried my hardest to get Ozempic. I tried. I went to the doctor. I did sleep studies. I did all this
You need to find a guy.
Crap, and I can't get my insurance to approve it. This was early at the end of last year. I'm going to try again this year.
Yeah.
Our Lord and Savior, old Donald Trump, said I should be able to get it a lot easier. And
oh yeah, he did say that he was going to make that shit way less expensive. Like, and Trump's not going to lie.
So I'm going to try again.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
But if that motherfucker Meade with his fucking Chick-fil-A insurance program.
He's on Medicaid, right?
Gatto's epic. I am going to be pissed. I love you, David.
Well, Mead denies, taking any medication. Due to my explosive diarrhea, that's why I'm losing so much weight. Yeah. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@thestartofview.com. Thestartofview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. God, is it? Oh, God.
The MAGA white boys was giving Trump all that yeast and juice.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive, so if you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Go to distortedview.com right now. Otherwise, I'll be back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Weekly World News is one extraordinary story after another.
Wow.
Weekly World News this week. Mom and daughter died together.
3 hours later, they came back to life.
Wife locked in desert dungeon.
By her vengeful husband.
3 puppies save child.
Freezing to death.
Millionaire dumps wife to become priest. Weekly World News. How Asian gals snare American hubbies. Whaling ship harpoons sea monster.
Whew.
This week and every week from all over the world. Weekly World News. The more you read it, the more you get involved.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.